Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the 193rd segment of Be Inspired with Buzopat Life-Changing Reality Tonic. Yes. I remain Honorable Ambassador Buzopat Osigwe, and as always, this platform is where we embrace the truth that leads to our freedom. Yes. It's where we say it the way it is. Because opinion varies. But then from different people's opinion, you can actually draw what you need to make your life beautiful. Okay? And that is why we keep saying what we say. We keep doing what we do. We be coming up here to give our 2 cents and expecting that you take from here, and balance your own, because you're good. Your life being better will give me joy. Yes. And before I proceed, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Be Inspired with Buzopat. Like, share to your friends and contacts. Then drop your comment, which is very important. And then click on the notification button too, so that you will know next time when the video drops. So you don't need to actually let somebody tell you. Today, I'll be talking on the topic manipulators. Manipulators. This is one common name that we come across, but a manipulator is a person who controls or influences others in a clever or unscrupulous ways. Okay? They make it so clever. They make it so, that you don't even see what's happening to you. They pressure others in a sneaky way to get what they want. They do that always. And they are good at reading emotions. They are so good at it. When they read emotions, they actually know when to strike. Because instead of using that emotion that I've read for something good, they use the skill to pick up your weaknesses immediately. And before you say that, they're taking advantage of you. That's what manipulators does. Manipulators have the ability to control perception. They do that. And then by playing a victim, they control perception by misbehaving and then turning everything against the person who they have clearly done wrong to. They project their guilt onto others. That's what they do, and they're so good at it. When someone can clearly do you wrong, then twist the whole story in such a degree, in such a way, that even you that were wrong will turn around and be asking, why was I even able to get angry? Probably what they did to you, you got angry, you try to explain, you even be blaming yourself for actually getting angry in the first place. They use their strong desire to control, to drive narratives. They do it so often and so excellently. And if they're not getting their way, there's nothing they cannot do. They actually resort to lies, to anger, to tears, to, anything that they can think of that could make them get that control that they seek, they will do it. And more oftentimes people mistake this, manipulators to be narcissists. No. The main difference between a manipulator and a narcissist is that a narcissist are driven, by a deep need for admiration, and they have this inflated self-ego, sense of self. Is about them, and it must be them before they can strike. But while manipulators are deceptive generally. They have a deceptive tactics generally, to just, their joy is just to control and influence others. Yes, even though it's for their own gain, but there's no tactics. There are certain things manipulators can do that a narcissist will never. Doesn't have time to play all those kind of games to actually use those things. No, they are straight and mean in their own way. These ones are mean, but they can be crafty. So they will be hurting you and blowing you and you will not know. Why manipulators use deceptive tactics? Narcissists don't even bother to play games. So that's just it. So what am I saying? I want you to know that there are no happy manipulators. There are no one. You only have tormented ones. You only have. And even when they don't look tormented, one thing you should understand is that, they are relying on their underhanded tactics to influence outcomes and control appearances. They get worn out. They wear themselves out both mentally and emotionally. And they start looking like what they want you to become like. If eventually they're not getting their ways with you. So my question is that I know people who are listening to me may ask, what will I do, or what will you do when you realize that you have a manipulator in your corner? First thing you have to do is to develop a no-nonsense, zero tolerance. When they say you're going to enact a policy, you will develop a no-nonsense, zero tolerance policy. That's the only way you can handle the manipulators in your life. Yes. The next thing you need to do, and you owe them that, even when it looks somehow, is prayer. Yes. You seriously need to pray for them because they don't even know. That's not going to stop except there's a divine intervention. But don't you ever try to play along with them. Don't do that. If you've not got it, you can never have it. Because if you do, you will destroy yourself by yourself. Why the manipulators that are excellent in their game will sit back and watch you suffer. Again, don't expect them to smile. Don't expect them to smile at you when you start changing, and maybe, and expect them not to say it's not fair. Because when they're not getting their way, it's not fair. But when they're doing everything to you, oh yeah, it's so nice. But there are some people that are easy to be manipulated. They are so vulnerable. They are so available. They are so there, because they are so open to being manipulated. Now, how can you prepare yourself, very well? You give your best, in anything you believe in, as in, you want to do this, and you prepared very well, and you've given your best. But you, on your own again, only take note of what you've done wrong, how you have messed up. Even when others compliment you, what do? They compliment you for your great work. You play it down so that, I don't even know your reason because I'm not thinking like that. My whole being are not wired like that. So I may not even know why you do that. You never give yourself credit for anything. You do well, you don't give yourself credit. All you see are your flaws. When all you are supposed to do is learn from your mistake and never dwell on them if there's one. So why will you not be open for manipulation? Imagine how when you're like this and a manipulator is around you, sorry is your name. A big sorry is your name. People don't understand that this is crazy. Do you know that excellence and perfection are not the same at all? They are not. Excellence gives its best in every situation. Perfection is flawless. What I encourage you today as I sit here to do is just to be excellent. Just to be excellent, because it allows you to celebrate yourself and in your investment. But why you want perfection? Perfection will always put you in a situation whereby you keep looking for fault, and you will never be happy. There's you think that there are no perfection, then be very happy that you excel. Yes, be very happy that you excel. Most times we come out here to treat some topics and you look as if, are there people like that? Has anybody that, especially when you're not like that, you won't know that there are millions of people like that. So many people are like this. So many people are manipulators, and so many people are being manipulated on per second billing every single day. Even as I speak, and most of them don't even know that they're being manipulated because they are just like what I just described. Oh yes. One thing you should know is that when ambition gets out of hand, you are vulnerable to be manipulated by others. So you must really have limits to everything you're doing. You don't have to be so ambitious, because if you are, you will lose focus somehow. Then you will not be able to look back. You can't take stock. You can't look behind. You cannot check what is good, because you are always wanting to be, be on top, be this, be that, have this, have this. So you're going like a trailer. You're not taking stock. So you don't even know when you're being used. You don't, Remember that the abusers, the controllers, and the manipulators, they don't question themselves at all. They don't actually blame themselves at all. They don't ask why, and they don't take any blame at all. You should know that. So the problem is never them, can never be them. It must be you or someone else. It can never be them. So if you understand this, you will actually know when you have them in your corner. Be mindful of manipulative people. Be very, very mindful. Let this segment, let this topic be an eye-opener for you. Be very mindful of manipulative people who don't actually, accept, who don't take responsibility. And the only thing you can do for yourself is don't buy into their pity party story. Don't let their pity party that they throw catch you. Don't buy into their story. Because don't even try to be sympathetic or having empathy for whatever it is that they're trying to tell you. Because that is a plot for you to fall into their hands. And when you do, they close you up like magnets. Manipulators don't set boundaries, and they don't know boundaries. They don't. They don't respect limitations. They don't know it. And they can't give what they don't have. Do you know what they do? They are relentless in that their pursuit, in that thing that they want, and they don't care what goes down. They don't care who gets hurt. They don't care who they pull down. They don't care what is destroyed in the process of them getting that thing that they want. So you have to be very, very careful. You have to be very, very careful, because anything that can go down, provided that thing that they want, that control that they are seeking, for them to find it, they will do anything within their power to do that. Manipulation is a contagious disease. It's actually worse than the flu that people run away from. Because even the flu, you can take medication and it will go. But you see the disease of contaminated manipulators, is a lifetime thing. If you're trying to enjoy, it's going to be for a lifetime. So you now choose, what do you want? How do you want to go about it? You need to actually know. And by knowing all these things that I just enumerated, you'll be able to know how to flee from such cobwebs, or clear up such cobwebs, and then be able to stay positive. No, identifying a manipulator in your corner doesn't mean you're going to run. It doesn't mean you're going to flee. It doesn't mean you're going to destroy your relationship. It doesn't mean you're going to become an enemy to the person. It doesn't mean you're going to go harassing. It's just for you to meet them in their own game. Yes. When you know them, wait for them. When they come this way, look at them eyeball to eyeball. I know where you're coming from, but that's not going to work with me. Maybe it has been working, but it's not going to work with me anymore. These are what you need to know. Remember that they use the strong desire to control, to drive narratives. And remember that they can resort to anything. Anger, blackmail, what's it called? They can cry a river for you. They can do anything. Lies. They tell you, they lie like chimney. They lie so much. And they do anything in order to see that they get their ways. And when you know this thing, another thing I said that you should remember very well is that you must really develop a no-nonsense, zero-tolerance policy. Yeah, for handling the manipulators in your life. You need to. These manipulators, I don't need too much words on them. That's why I just wanted to be very, very clear about how they operate, what they do to your, both your spirit, mind, and your brain, and your emotions. They spare no one. They work with all of them. They get you down spiritually, they get you down emotionally, they get you down mentally, they bulldoze you physically, and psychologically, they watch you. I'm sure physiologically they will deal with you as well. And when you're down, they love the control. They love that mumu you. They love that my dear, that's how it is. So I'm not going to talk so much today. This is just what I have come here to tell us. So you watch it. Exactly. Watch it. And then know how to navigate. Peace be unto you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Be Inspired with Buzopat. Follow me at Instagram, Be Inspired with Ambassador.Buzo. Follow me at TikTok, Be Inspired with Buzopat. Follow me at Facebook, Be Inspired with Buzopat Group. And then Moment of Truth with Buzo. DM me as usual. Let's just keep doing this we do. It makes me happy. And I know from the feedback, it makes a lot of people happy. So let's roll. Peace be unto you. Take care. Bye.